Hi there. Happy almost Halloween. Since we are getting really close to Halloween, I thought it would be fun to pull out my Halloween and spooky DVDs. Not all of them are Halloween, but kind of spooky-ish DVDs from my collection and share them with you. But first, I want to show you these really cool nails I got. You see those? They're Hocus Pocus, Hocus Pocus, Hocus Pocus themed. And I got them at the Spirit Halloween store. And they're really neat. This one says, I put a spell on you. I put a spell on you. And then it has just this really pretty damask one. And then ombre. And then just like a purple ombre. This one actually had a couple more jewels on it, but they fell off. And then we have like the corset design, like from the witches' dresses. So that was pretty cool. The other nail looks like that with all the jewels. But they're really long. They're just like self-stick-on nails. Really easy. They're so long. And I do not actually wear like nails or keep long nails in my day-to-day life. I just put I use like nails for videos. And they're so fun. But I have trouble functioning with nails like this. And these are so long, I was just like trying to pick stuff up. So anyway, I have some DVDs to share with you. They're all going to be pretty family friendly. I think I have maybe one R-rated movie in this whole bunch. These are just pretty family friendly, PG to PG-13. No intense horror movies, although I do love horror movies. I just don't tend to buy the DVDs. I love to go to the movie theater and have that experience where it's like scary, like go with a girlfriend and just have fun and like see a scary movie. I'm more into like paranormal type movies than I am like the slasher type movies. I mean, I'll go, but like I'm not as into like the murderers, like the Michael Myers and all that kind of stuff. I would rather see like ghost type stuff, paranormal, like crazy stuff. I'm all about like the Conjuring type movies, like Ed and Lorraine Warren stuff. Anything like that sinister, that stuff. It's like, that's the stuff. But I don't have the DVDs. So, the first DVD, of course, is going to be Hocus Pocus. Because it is my favorite. It is my absolute favorite Halloween movie. Actually, it might be my favorite movie, period. I love this movie. I saw it in the movie theater when it came out. I think I was in 4th grade. So I think that's like a perfect age for this movie. So of course it stars Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker and Kathy Najimy. And it is all about this crazy Halloween night when Max, see Max up there? Max Dennison lights the black flame candle. And he brings these witches back to life that were hanged 300 years before. And so the whole night is just all these antics with Max, his little sister Danny, and his crush Allison, and them running around the town with a talking bewitched cat named Binks. So this is the best movie. And here they are inside. Hocus Pocus. So my next DVD is Practical Magic. Practical Magic. It is so cool. It's also up there on my list of favorite movies. It has Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. And it came out in 1998. Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman play sisters. So I'll read a little bit of the back here. So Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman play Sally and Gillian Owens, sisters hexed by a centuries-old curse, and coping with a witch's brew of events involving a possible love match for one and a zombie for the other, and a need to resume the age-old witchcraft taught by two doting Owens aunts. Sit for a spell and enjoy. So this next movie is Ernest Scared Stupid. And I got it in a set of 3 movies. So it has Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Scared Stupid, and Ernest Goes to Jail. And I love all those movies. I love Ernest movies because I grew up with Ernest movies. Honestly, Ernest Goes to Camp was probably one of the first movies I ever even saw in a movie theater. But it's Ernest Scared Stupid is on its own separate DVD. And it's so silly. I was like obsessed with this movie. I had it on VHS as a kid and I used to watch it over and over. I probably wore out that tape. So if you don't know about Ernest Scared Stupid, you can read this little bit on the back. When Ernest looks to help some children with their Halloween haunted house, he ends up accidentally unleashing an evil troll that intends to bring about the end of the world. While having to deal with his youthful friends being transformed into wooden dolls by the troll, our hero, Ernest, looks to find a way to stop it and return his friends to normal. This will be one Halloween that Ernest and his pals will never forget. And it's such a freaky movie. I wish they had a better picture on the back of the troll. But the troll is like sick. It's very like mucusy. And he has like troll friends that sprout out of a tree and they look like Brussels sprouts or something. It's a trip. You should see it if you have not. This next movie is a classic. It is The Ghost and Mr. Chicken. It stars Don Knotts, who you may remember from Andy Griffith, the Andy Griffith Show, but he was also in a bunch of other movies. And this one came out in 1966. So I have grown up watching this one. I used to watch it when it would play on TV. And it was one of my favorites. Says he's in the middle of a mystery without a clue. So it says Don Knotts stars as a timid typesetter who hasn't a ghost of a chance of becoming a reporter until he decides to solve a murder mystery and ends up spending a fright-filled night in a haunted house. You can see some of the scenes. Let me get the glare off of there for you. Some of the scenes. I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. So of course, you know I'm going to have Beetlejuice in here. This one came out in 1988. Of course, it stars Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice, and then Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin. And then, of course, Winona Ryder is in this as well. This one is a classic. This is kind of a funny, silly, creepy movie. I was pretty young when this came out, but I remember watching it. I think we rented it. We rented it from Blockbuster. So this one says, what's a yuppie ghost couple to do when their quaint New England home is overrun by trendy New Yorkers? Hire a freelance bio-exorcist to spook the intruders, of course. And this DVD is actually awesome because it has special features, including 3 hilarious episodes from the animated Beetlejuice TV series. So it has Aha, Skeletons in the Closet, and Spooky Boutique. I used to like to watch that cartoon when it came on as well. And Kevin Thomas of the Los Angeles Times says it's uproarious, irresistible, a dazzling display of director Tim Burton's unique pop culture sensibility. So this one might be a little bit more exclusive to the 90s kids. But it is Double Toil and Trouble, starring Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. Of course, you may remember them from Full House in the 80s and 90s, but they also had their whole like brand of stuff. They did a lot of their own videos, movies, like little things. I'm a little older than they are, so I wasn't quite into that when all that was going on, but I really did like this movie a lot. It's super cute, and it's a good family Halloween movie. And it has Mary-Kate and Ashley, of course, but it also has Cloris Leachman. Let's see if you can see that. Cloris Leachman is also in it. And it says, make way for spells, witches, wizards, and adventure. It's Halloween, the scariest, most fun event of fall. But for Lynn and Kelly Farmer, something scarier could happen. A slump in the family business means the Farmers will lose their home unless the spirited twins find a way to save it. It's trick and treat, with remarkable real-life sisters Mary-Kate Olsen and Ashley Olsen portraying the Farmer sisters in this heartwarming spooktacular. The trick, Aunt Sophia, played by Cloris Leachman, the farmer's lone hope for a loan, is trapped inside an eerie Neverland by her evil witch of a twin, Aunt Agatha, also played by Leachman. The treat, watching the girls turn the tables on Agatha by snatching her magical moonstone power source. Enjoy more excitement than you can shake a wand at as the farmers team up with a carefree hobo and other allies to break the spell on Aunt Sophia. So abracadabra, don't delay. Load the disc, then push play for the most phantasmagical fun since Alice went to Wonderland and Dorothy went to Oz. How can you resist? And here they are on the DVD. And this movie came out in 1993, and the DVD came out 10 years later, which has been a minute, 2003. But you can see their America Online keyword is Mary-Kate and Ashley. Well, Mary-Kate and Ashley. Okay, so this is not really a Halloween movie, but I think it kind of gets clumped in there because it's really spooky. It's called The Goonies. The Goonies, and it came out in 1985. It is a classic 80s movie from Steven Spielberg. And I will just read the back here for us in case you aren't aware of the Goonies, or maybe you need a refresher. So, from the imagination of Steven Spielberg, the Goonies plunges a band of small heroes into a swashbuckling, surprise around every corner quest beyond their wildest dreams. Following a mysterious treasure map into a spectacular underground realm of twisting passages, outrageous booby traps, and a long-lost pirate ship full of golden doubloons, the kids race to stay one step ahead of a family of bumbling bad guys and a mild-mannered monster with a face only a mother could love. A family adventure classic from start to buccaneering finish, The Goonies is a treasure trove of breathtaking action, dazzling effects and shiver your timbers thrills. Okay, this next one definitely is not a Halloween movie per se, but it is kind of spooky. It is a murder mystery that has a lot of spooky themes in it, and it's called Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. It stars Kevin Spacey and John Cusack, and it's really interesting. They have a lot of spooky elements to the story, including like some voodoo and graveyard stuff. So this says, the most important party of the Savannah Christmas season ends with a bang when affable host Jim Williams shoots a man to death. The party is over, but the mystery begins. Director Clint Eastwood weaves murder, mystery, and voodoo into a sumptuous adaptation of the John Berendt bestseller based on true events. Spacey and John Cusack, as a journalist drawn to Savannah's decadence and eccentrics, lead a nimble cast that includes Jack Thompson, Allison Eastwood, and the Lady Chablis. So up here you have most of your main characters, but it is missing someone, and that is Jude Law. Jude Law, he's in this movie as well. So these are not Halloween either, but you know, the Twilight series. It's got vampires, it's got people turning into wolves. It's a vibe, right? It's a vibe. It's a Halloween vibe. It's got spooky stuff in it. Of course, I have Twilight, and then New Moon, Eclipse, and then Breaking Dawn Part 1, and Breaking Dawn Part 2. And I know a lot of people have very polarizing opinions about this series, but I am someone who really enjoys it, and I always have since it came out. I read the books, and then, well, I haven't read all the books. I think I stopped at like maybe Breaking Dawn, so I didn't read that. But I've just always loved it. So we have the original, and then here we have New Moon. And then Eclipse. Eclipse. They're little friends walking out of the water there. And then we have Breaking Dawn, when Bella and Edward get married. And then Breaking Dawn Part 2. And we have their daughter here, Renesmee, on the cover. The last two I got her on Blu-ray. And last but not least, these are not super Halloween, but they are about witches and wizards and magic. And it is, of course, Harry Potter. Now, I only have, these are the only Harry Potter DVDs I actually have. Because when we first started buying them, I was younger. I think that's when I still lived at home. Maybe it was in high school. And we bought the videotapes. So I think those are still at my mom's house. But as I got older and I was out on my own, I acquired these, so I have the Half-Blood Prince, of course. And then the Order of the Phoenix. And Deathly Hallows Part 1. And, of course, the Deathly Hallows Part 2. It's so intense. These both, I do not rewatch these as much as I will like the other ones, the earlier ones, because, you know, the whole series kind of starts out maybe light and then just gets progressively darker. So, I gotta be in a special space for these. Okay, my friend, that is everything I have to share with you today. I really appreciate you watching, hanging out with me for a little bit while we went through my DVDs. I hope that you have a great Halloween and a very safe Halloween. And of course, I hope you have a very good rest of your day or your night. And until I see you next time, take